So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the final quarter. And I like to make this video a lot for my students, or have this conversation within the classroom, because it comes down to the same point. Where a lot of my students, I teach a high school math curriculum, and we're in our final quarter. So it's getting to that point where everybody's like, all right, I'm just ready for summer, it's getting warm out, and they're just kind of done in that learning mode of kind of losing focus. So the one thing I always like to start off with the new quarter is, in my class, we always like to review goals, talk about setting goals and so forth. But the main important thing, I think the most important one, is this last goal, because this is where you really, really have to struggle to work through, keep yourself motivated to keep on attending that goal. So you look at, the end of the course, or end of the year, or wherever you're at, and you just write down, okay, out of everything that I've done or not achieved, I want to say, I need to get to this goal. So you write at the end, you just say, you know what, if I haven't achieved an A yet this year, that is exactly what I want to do. I want to do whatever I can to achieve the A. Or you have your final exam or testing and say, I just want to pass. I just want to do good. Something. But write down that goal, all right? And then once you've written down that goal, it's very simple just to write down 3 things that you can do to help you achieve that goal. It doesn't have to be 3 things that are, you have to do, but just write down, brainstorm 3 things that you can do that will help you achieve that goal. So, it could be a lot of different things, all depending on what your goal is. But write down the goal is, being a grade or doing so well on some kind of, either assessment or just doing well in your class or whatever. Then, for each one of these objects that are going to help you achieve your goal, write down 3 different things that can help you out as well achieve one of those other tasks. And then you look at yourself, and once you have that, you see that there's 9 things that potentially you're writing down. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not joking around. Just to achieve one goal, there's a lot of things that go into a goal. A goal is not as simple as saying, hey, I want to get an A on a test. I'm just going to study harder, right? We got to start thinking outside the box. So let's kind of work back on an example and see how this could do it. Now, just saying A in a class is a big goal, right? And there's a lot of different parts, probably even more than 3. But let's just pretend there's something you could do, okay? All right, so let's pretend on your final you want to get yourself an A, all right? So an A, you think, all right, so if I was going to get an A, what are kind of like the 3 things maybe that I want to do? Well, you could obviously say, I need to make sure I achieve my homework, right? I obviously need to make sure I study. And then maybe I need to make sure I come in for some extra help sections. Okay, so I'm going to make sure I'm studying. I'm going to make sure I'm doing my homework. And then I need to make sure maybe I'm getting some extra help. So let's just kind of work through. So on help, how are you going to get help? Well, you could maybe say all day, maybe per week, you'll say, all right, 1 hour I'll do with my teacher after school. Okay? Maybe also for help, maybe for 1 hour or maybe once a week, you'll get with your friends and you work with your friends. Then maybe another hour, you work on YouTube or something. Just kind of browse some videos, kind of see what you like and find on YouTube. Then you look at studying. So how are you going to study? Well, obviously you could say, well, studying more. How am I going to help me study more? Well, maybe there's some things you need to get out of the way, right? Studying's pretty understandable. Yeah, I just need to study. But what are some things that could help you study, right? Maybe say, all right, I am going to do this, break apart 1 hour. Oh, let's do 2 hours a week, okay? And what I'm talking about is you say, hey, on Sunday evening, I am going to spend 2 hours. So you've broken that apart. So you've broken down saying, I am going to spend 2 hours studying exactly every time. And then what you could look at is going through and saying, what else could help me go ahead and study on this? So if you're going to be looking at the studying part, what you could do is say, maybe to help me study, I'm going to eat better, because a lot of times when I'm staying up late or I'm eating bad stuff, I am not really in the right frame of mind, right? I feel bad. I go to get some food, and I don't really feel right, or I don't get good enough sleep. So maybe you could just say, I'm just going to eat right. Okay, and the also thing is, sleep a lot. Sleep. Make sure my studying, I'm not staying up all night to study for those 2 hours. I'm getting some good sleep. So maybe you could say, make sure you get good sleep. Make sure you eat right. And then go ahead and study. Then on your homework, how are you going to do your homework? Well, maybe say, I'm going to spend 1 hour doing your homework. That means every single day you're going to spend an hour doing homework, extra problems. Whatever you need to do, you're going to spend that time doing an hour. You could also say, what's going to help you do your homework? Well, you're going to want to make sure that you have good notes, right? Maybe to help you with your homework, you can make sure you have your good notes. And then also, with homework, what else is going to help you get that homework? Maybe try to do, you could go and work again with, your friends. Or also go ahead and look at, YouTube. That obviously will help you with your homework. But then maybe just do some other things to help you give you that time and work in your homework. And also maybe keeping yourself organized, saying, all right, I need to make sure that I have a new sheet of paper, everything going when I'm doing my homework. Make sure I do all of the problems of my homework. So since you're spending 1 hour of homework, you're doing good notes. And maybe just have, what I like is, with your homework is do every problem. Because just because you say, oh, I did my homework, well, you say, yes, I did my homework, and yeah, that doesn't equal an A. But if you do every problem, or not even just every problem, extra problems, right? Extra problems on your homework, that may help you out. So I'm not saying, ladies and gentlemen, here's the pathway to get an A. What I'm saying is you need to look at your own, situation and see what is going to be the best way for me to set a goal and then to obtain it by kind of working backwards. Set your goal as your sight, and then what are you going to have to do every single day to achieve that goal? And I guarantee, ladies and gentlemen, you can write out something like this, and then as long as you're working and doing these things, you're automatically going to do these, and eventually, ladies and gentlemen, you're all going to converge on your A. So there you go. Hope it helps. Thanks.